Hi there. So here we are today with Carol Dlugy. Now you'd think we'd be talking about her business, Get in Shape for Women, but Carol has this other phenomenal volunteer position as the chair of the Lexington Chamber of Commerce. So today we'd love to focus on that, and we will come back for an in-depth Get in Shape for Women.
That'd be great.
So tell us what the Chamber of Commerce does.
The Chamber is a standalone entity in Lexington. Their reason to be is to be an advocate and support of all the Lexington businesses. And during normal times, it's a membership.
Okay.
During COVID times, we opened up all of our pages, our assistance to every business in town.
Oh, that's nice.
And it takes a village, as they say.
Right.
So in any time, we will advocate. Well, maybe somebody needs a variance. Maybe somebody needs assistance in their business, networking, things like that. And that's what we would typically do.
Mm-hmm.
Now, we typically do that during non-COVID times, but now we had to spin.
Mm-hmm.
So instead of meeting every Thursday night at one of our local businesses for a networking event, to an information gatherer and support.
Mm-hmm.
How do I get a PPP? What am I supposed to answer? Am I a nonprofit? Am I what line? It was just even filling out paperwork. And so we had some great partnerships with TD Bank and Enterprise and some of these other, very knowledgeable finance people to give us some assistance. So we had the right answers. And we put together a series called Lexington Learns, so we could, just spread the word that here are some businesses that turned on a dime and are doing the best they can in a difficult time. And so those kinds of things, we're probably busier during COVID than we were in non-COVID times,
right.
Because there was such an urgency to get information out and to, connect people and say, well, how do we stay afloat? And some businesses haven't, and now we look towards what new businesses might be coming in, and we are seeing new businesses come in. So that's our chamber is in a really good place. A lot of chambers have closed, furloughed their employees, and they may not come back, but we're in a really sound financial place, a solid footing, wonderful volunteers. The executive committee is committed. The volunteers on our chamber board are committed.
How many members are in the chamber?
So at any given time, we have over 200
Okay.
members. We have a 20-person board and a 5-person executive committee, and it fluctuates, right? It goes up and down. People come in and out of town. We try to make it accessible by having a tiered membership fee, and it turns into more than just helping the business. We want to be broader than that in the community. And so I just want to mention two of the things that we're championing this year is sustainability. So we're working with the town, Casey and Sandia downtown, and other parts of the town on sustainability, and what does that mean, and how can we spread that across through the businesses. And the other thing that we're committed to is equity. We've changed our bylaws to include that every person is treated fairly and equitably across Lexington. And how does the chamber play a role in that? And then we have, once again, with a couple hundred members, each company has, lots of employees, things like that. It can be really far spreading. And so we're working with Mona Roy to put together some training. Active bystander training to interrupt, inequities.
Nice.
And so it's something that we can really make a difference on. And we have a nice, just this network to spread that across Lexington.
That's nice.
Those are two of our big projects this year.
Those are good projects. So members can include, do they include Shire out on, and then down to the barber shop in town, sort of?
Correct. You have,
if you have an at-home business, can you?
Everybody can be a member.
Okay.
And once again, we have a tiered thing. Of course, Takeda is a huge company. The banks are whatever, and you have I have 3 employees. You have 1 employee. So it's all different. We have realtors, finance people, bankers, just across the board. Our newest board member is from Revolutionary Hall.
Oh, nice.
Revolution Hall, and he's a welcome addition because we want to have representation
Right.
of all of the different. My new vice chair is Sona Antonin from the Russian School of Math.
All right.
And big shout out to Erin, who's been helping me so much as my new executive director.
Nice.
So it's its own little company,
Mm-hmm.
and it has real purpose.
Mm-hmm.
It has real purpose.
So what made you want to get involved?
So I have a business in town. I've owned this business for 5 years. I was invited in by Jim Shaw, who, showed me around and showed me the ropes, things like that, and then convinced me to do the vice chair. Knowing that the next normal step is, the chair. And so, once you start working amongst the chamber, you start saying, how is it applied? Because I think people just don't know.
Right.
I think this is a great opportunity to say, what do you do?
Right.
And like I say, we speak at town meetings virtually this year, but and we're asked once again for our opinion to support or oppose. We've opposed things, and I've had to speak in opposition as well. And it's really fascinating when you start working with the town and you get little insights into what does the select board do? Right. What does the town manager do?
Right.
And you start learning more and more about that, and I think then you can participate on a different level. Because it's one thing to sit and throw your opinions out there, but if you don't really know what the DPW does, or the town department, or the economic development department does, it's you just kind of guessing.
So what is your favorite activity or whatever pre-COVID, if need be, like that the chamber does that you would like everyone to know about?
Well, so what I need people to know about and what's my favorite, they may not be they may not be two different things. I think it's important to know our role in the town. Is that we're somebody that a business can come to and get assistance. I think that just is so important, because especially if you're new to town or trying to get into town, and who do you speak with? Who do you go to get a license or get a variance or anything like that? And it's just really great to help a small business. I'm an avid golfer. So what I love our day at the Lexington Country Club, Golf Club, too, and it's so much fun. It's just a wonderful event where people can connect and just enjoy a great meal and on a great day. I've been there when it's been just horrific weather. But I love that kind of. You know me. I'm a people person. And I love that. The gala is so much fun, and I love being at the summer concert. So the events are wonderful, and they're just such a nice way to bring the town together, and those are so much fun. But so you've got the fun, you've got the networking, but there is a real purpose to the Chamber of Commerce.
So my favorite events have been, I don't know if it's just a women's series, but the speaker series, I love those.
Those are fantastic. We'll get those back.
Yeah.
I'm actually the guest speaker at the Waltham Women in Business series, which is next week. And they have a really strong series as well.
Well, thank you very much for your time, and
Thank
thank
you.
you for your volunteering at the Chamber of Commerce. I know when you have like a full-time gig like you do, that's a lot of extra time.
It is, and like I said, I have Erin to thank for her support is invaluable to us to be able to.
It's good to have a good team.
It's a great team, so I thank you. It's so nice to see you again.
Nice to see you too.